What's going on? Today I'm gonna talk about my Kunekune pigs. I want to tell you why I got them and some characteristics, some traits about them, housing, a little information about how to take care of them in case you're interested. Let's get to it. So I got these pigs for a few different reasons. I'm brand new to homesteading. These were the second additions, if you count poultry, to the homestead. I wanted something that would be my garbage disposal. I eat healthy here, so we want to be able to do something with our food waste. So we donated it to the pigs. All the food waste that my house produces is tossed into here. So that way we are not putting anything in the trash, because lots of food waste ends up in the trash, and that's not how we roll here. Another reason I got them is because of the sustainability. They're one of the very few pigs that can maintain on grass alone. In some climates you'll have to supplement that in the winter with hay, but they're one of the few species of pigs that can sustain on pasture. They actually have an upturned snout, which makes them less prone to rooting than other breeds. They're also an incredibly small pig. Their small size actually helps them be more sustainable as well. They're incredibly friendly. Each one of them have a unique and different personality than the other. They love interaction. They love to be pet. They love their bellies rubbed. This one behind me already, he's on his side because he likes getting his belly scratched. I also hope to one day get bigger pigs for the processing, the meat processing aspect of that, but as it stands right now, my homestead, my farm is not capable of producing enough food to sustain something like that. And the whole point of everything I have here is sustainability. I can keep these pigs rotated on the paddock I have for them right now, which keeps them on fresh grass, and on top of that I feed them scraps every day. My pigs right now are eating half a cup once in the morning, once at night, of food a day. They're getting fresh grass. They're getting rotated daily. They're actually eating less feed than my poultry, but that's going to soon change as soon as my poultry are free range, because my guineas can be 100% sustained once they're free range. My geese can do the same because they're vegetarians. They'll eat all the grass and stuff around. They're actually called weeder geese. Anyway, getting off topic, I digress. So these guys are very sustainable when it comes to feed. They barely eat anything. You can actually keep them on 100% grass if you have the means to, and feed them entirely on that. Pigs, like all pigs, go to the easiest things first to eat. So they're going to eat the grass before they start to root things up. But if you want to, you can use them to root up an area, to till it for you, to get rid of all the grass or weeds in a specific area. You leave them on an area long enough, it's going to look like any other mud pit pig pen. But if you keep them rotated, they won't have a reason to dig up any roots. They'll just eat the grass, and then you rotate them onto fresh grass, and then the cycle continues. And they're very sustainable that way, and which makes them a pretty unique breed. Another thing about their breed that's kind of unique, mine don't have any, but they have mandals that hang on one on each side of their chin, like little danglies, little fur danglies, but mine don't have them. Their colors can range from black to brown to tricolored to red, orange, spotted, and everything in between. I have two of them rubbing up against me right now like I'm a scratching post or something. Whoa. Chill, girl. Boop. Some tips on keeping kunekunes, or pigs in general. They are escape artists. If you have a weak electric net or any type of hole, they'll find a way. They'll lift it up. They'll push through it, and yeah, they'll find a way. This one right here, Little Miss, has gotten out many times. Luckily, she's well behaved and she's well trained, and all I really have to do is yell at her and point in the direction I want her to go, and she'll go back there. But other than that, rare exception. When pigs get out, it's not easy to get them back in. So yeah, something you want to prepare for. And my suggestion is electric netting. I have Premier One's movable rotational one that they have, the pig netting, but you don't have to use that. You can use stakes and braided or tape, it doesn't matter, but electric seems to be the best. The more joules the better. And then these pigs are very smart. They're going to learn very quickly not to touch it, 2-3 times max. But like I said, they're very intelligent and they are escape artists, so they'll continue testing and looking for weaknesses. It's what they do. They get bored, they look for weaknesses in the fence line, and they will find it and they will escape. Every pen, every pig needs a shelter, some place they can get out of the elements, rain, wind, sun. It's all very important. They all need to have an area where they can escape from that. Since I am rotating mine to keep mine on fresh grass to minimize feed, I put mine on skids and I use a rope to pull it between areas of grazing. Pigs are very social. If you get one, please get at least 2. They like being in groups, but because of this, they'll bond with you very quickly if you spend time with them. Mine are all very sweet, and they come up to me every time they see me. They run up to me, they get excited, they make little cute oinks. The reason they can go on grass alone, I forgot to mention, is because they have a lower protein requirement in their diet, and because of this they are able to sustain on just grass. And legumes as well, you need to have some form of green protein in their diet, but because of their breed, they require less protein in their diet to be healthy and grow. Water is also very important. I give mine multiple water dishes as well as wallows, somewhere where they can get a little bit muddy. It helps protect them from insects, helps to protect their skin against getting sunburn. That's right, I didn't know that at first, but they can get a sunburn just like you and me, even though the Kunekune breed is kind of hairy. You see the hair on this guy? It can be long, short, curly, straight, doesn't matter. But a wallow somewhere wet and muddy for them to dip into, they love it. It'll keep them cool, keep the insects off of them, and keep them from getting sunburned. That's great. Kunekune are the smallest recognized pig breed. They're from New Zealand and they live about 8 to 10 years. So if you get a couple, make sure you know it's a long-term commitment unless you're just growing them out to slaughter. But according to those who have eaten them, they have a very lean and dark meat. It's very good, apparently. This is why we're good. Kunekunes are very inquisitive animals. What's kind of funny about them, I've noticed, is they like to bite new things. So they're very exploratory with their mouth. So don't be alarmed if you're new to these pigs, you get one, and he starts gnawing on everything. It's just his or her way of checking things out. Kind of surprised me at first. I'm always putting my hand in their mouth, but they're good to go. They're just exploring things with their mouth. They're good. Like I mentioned, I got these pigs for practice for my future. And what I mean by that is I want a big pig breed one day, like a Yorkshire, Berkshire, something that gets 600 plus pounds, 3 times the size of these guys. But I don't have room in my house for that. I don't have the freezer space for it. I don't have the type of production here on the homestead to keep up with an animal like that. These guys are very sustainable. They barely eat anything. I keep them on fresh grass, so that's basically all they eat, and plus the food scraps I give them. So if I were to upgrade to one pig, it would, like Berkshire, it would eat way more than these guys are consuming right now, which is not sustainable for me and not an option yet. But these pigs are providing me with hands-on experience, so when I am ready to get a bigger pig, I am more prepared because I've dealt with these smaller breeds for a while. You know what I mean? These small heritage breeds, they're slower growing too, so they're not going to reach their max size for a while. And compared to a breed that's bred for meat, they're going to be a slaughter weight 6-7 months in, you know, it'll take a little bit longer than that to reach slaughtering size. Kunekune actually comes from a Maori language word that means fat and round, which is pretty interesting. So those are my kunis and a little bit about them as a species and why I chose that species and keep them here on my homestead. Hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or want me to go into something a little bit more thoroughly, I'm still learning how to make videos. I'm still a little bit camera shy, believe it or not. And I'm still learning about the species. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be sure to answer them and follow a video. And it'll give me an excuse to make some future content. So never feel hesitant about asking me a question or asking me to go into more detail over something. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. God bless.